Tag me. Tag me. Put your name on it. Put your name on it.
So, I just got this new vanity and I'm going to try to do a makeup tutorial with it. Please don't look at my hair because I just woke up. I wanted to start off with showing what I used on my skin first because as an esthetician, I know that my skin is very important to me. Clearly it's less than perfect. I have irritated skin because of some acne. As you can see, there's kind of all over the place. I have very super oily skin, but it is winter time, so gotta still make sure and moisturize. Even if in the summertime, still gotta make sure and moisturize. I already cleansed today. I use the Botanical Kinetics gel cleanser out of the Aveda skincare line. It cleanses my skin just enough to get all that oil down, but doesn't strip it. I use a couple serums. These are out of the new Tulasara line in Aveda skincare. So out of their serums, or out of their what they call concentrates, I use 2 of them. There's 3 of them. I use 2. You actually can use all of them together. That's the beauty of this new line. But I only find that I need 2 of them. So I'm using the Calm and the Bright. The Calm is for obviously calming anything down. So any acne, any rosacea, just anything that's irritated. It's going to calm that down. It's going to provide you less irritation and calm the redness. Second one I use is the Bright. This obviously brightens the face. It's very good for brightening any hyperpigmentation from acne, scarring, sunspots, any age spots that are happening. It also provides a great serum for enlarged pores, which I definitely have because of having oily skin. So I've been using that. My cat is going crazy back there. Clinique has a really good what they call hydrator, and basically a serum. This is really great. I only use this when I put makeup on because it keeps my makeup pretty matte throughout the day. I haven't put this on yet. I use 1 pump of the Pore Refining Solutions Correcting Serum. So this is what actually helps my pores. So 1 pump goes a super long way. These last quite a while, as with most pretty decent skincare lines. So what this does is it actually decreases your pore size as you're putting on your makeup, so you don't see your pores as much. So following that in the same line, the Clinique Pore Refining Solutions, this is their Stay Matte Hydrator, this is their moisturizer, and same thing, just put it all over. Going back to Aveda, I use their Botanical Kinetics Energizing Eye Cream. So I just use this under the eyes, simply because my eyelids get very oily throughout the day. And I've messed with this enough to know that I can't put it on my top lids because my makeup ends up looking really creasy throughout the day. Final step in prepping my skin for this makeup tutorial is I use Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I just use a teeny tiny bit. Add it on my eyeballs. And I usually work this up to the eyebrows because I do use a powder eyebrow. And then I kind of bring it down here. And voila. Alright, so now the fun stuff. I think I'm just going to kind of keep it relatively simple, and I've had a lot of you ask about doing cat eyes. So I think I'm just going to do something easy, kind of an everyday look. Keep it natural, keep it pretty, and then just do a simple cat eye with that. I've got a bunch of Aveda, basically eyeshadows like crazy, in my little Aveda compact. This one is out of one of their collections. This one is called Desert Clay. You see the color, but it's kind of a peachy brown nude tone. I'm going to take a pretty loose brush, not a blending brush just yet, just an eyeshadow brush, but a pretty loose one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it into the crease and work my way up. What I'm doing is really with any kind of makeup, you need to blend. Not even blend, the blend isn't the right word. You need to color your way up. So you want to start light and just work your way up. You want to build. Because if you start putting a dark color right here and then blending it up, it's just going to look like a dark color is blended. It's not going to look pretty. Think of like when hairstylists do an ombre, they don't just go, you know, black, brown, blonde. That's not what they do. They do different tones throughout the whole thing. And when you see the finished product, it's so seamless that it just looks like you took paint and just painted a seamless strip. I don't know, it's hard to explain, never mind. But regardless, just do what I'm telling you to do. I'm just kind of using this as a base. I guess that's probably the best wording. So you can see it, it's not a lot. You're not supposed to have a lot, not yet anyway. So that's going to be the first one. I'm going to use another Aveda color. This is called Allspice. Again, this was in a collection at some point in time. This is really pretty. This is a red, kind of almost like a rust color, like a red, brown tone. This one is kind of going to go into the corner, but kind of staying into the crease. So you're going to build upon basically what you just did with that lighter color. Okay, so that's pretty blended. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little teeny tiny bit of a black color. This one is from Makeup Forever. I'm going to take another brush. This one is just, it's actually a Sephora brush. What I have been using is Aveda brushes, but this one is just a Sephora brush. It's like a smudge brush. I'm just going to do a teeny tiny bit, and I'm going to put it just a little bit into the corners, just to give some definition. It's going to look like a wing for a second. So then, this is my favorite brush in the entire world. This is a Sephora brush. This is, the only purpose of this brush is for blending. Because of its bristles, they're loose, but there's a lot of them. This is what you use for blending. So we're going to blend a lot. Okay, so still, it's not pretty yet because I'm not done. And don't get upset when your makeup isn't pretty, like right away, because like this is not pretty. I'm not trying to make it pretty yet. I'm blending it, I'm layering it, I'm trying to get the look that I was originally going for. Now I'm going to kind of blend that a little bit more. And you just want this seamless, blended look. Not only between the colors that you put on, from like the red to the black or whatever colors you're using, but you also want it seamless from like makeup to skin. So like there's makeup here, there's not makeup here, but you don't want this line. That's where I judge people. Now I'm going to actually take a little bit of that lighter red again. I'm going to bring it up to here. And same thing, I'm going to take a little bit more of this black. What I find really cool about makeup is it really is like a painting. You just kind of keep doing stuff until you get this finished product. And I think that's always really cool. Alright, so now it's really starting to take effect of what I wanted it to look like. So now, obviously, don't worry about what's down here. We did not do any facial makeup for this very reason. If you do your facial makeup first, that's totally fine. People do whatever they want to do. I don't care. But when I do it, I know I get messy, so there's stuff that's coming down here. We're going to get rid of that, and then we can start fresh. So if I would have done my face makeup first, and all this stuff would have fell, kind of would have been ruined. I use a blending brush or beauty blender, whatever you want to call this. I guess it's not really a brush per se. I use one of these. Just get water on it, squeeze it a couple times, it's going to expand, it's going to hold that water, and it's going to make your makeup look a lot more blended. First step here is getting my hair out of the way. I am kind of a brat here, and every person on the World Wide Web is going to absolutely hate what I'm about to tell them. I've used everything from cheap stuff to really expensive stuff and everywhere in between. But I bought makeup for $80 or foundation for $80 and just didn't really care for it. Again, full disclosure here, please don't hate me. I was at Walgreens one day and I was just walking by their makeup section and they have this giant sign for Revlon that said 24-hour makeup. And I'm thinking, there is no way that makeup can stay 24 hours, not on my face. So I bought it really to prove them wrong. And I bought it and actually kind of fell in love with it. So, full disclosure, I normally don't buy drugstore makeup. As you can see, I am in Aveda junkie. I'm a makeup junkie. I'm a skincare junkie. I just like good products. And I really just think that this stuff works. 24-hour wear. Revlon Color Stay Makeup. I use number 300. This actually has a SPF in it, so that's a plus. There's two different kinds of this foundation. There's one for normal to oily skin and one for normal to dry skin. I have, obviously, oily skin, so I bought the oily one. It just comes in this little tube. And it's like $8 versus $80. I typically use about 2 pumps. I use my beauty blender. So I just dip it in here a little bit and I just start patting it on. Now you don't want to rub it. You don't want to do that. That's not the point of one of these blenders. One of these blenders that will ruin what it's good for. So there's one half and there's the bad half, there's the good half. So you see, I mean it does work. So that looks pretty good, I think usually, if I'm going somewhere nice or getting photos taken, I would use maybe a little bit of a concealer. But for everyday makeup, I like to do easy, and easy means fast and simple. And now I'm going to do eyebrows. Now, eyebrow brush. It's important. This is an Aveda brush. I don't know what number, but it's an eyebrow brush, clearly. It's got the pointed end, it's really thin, and it actually comes with this on the end, so it makes it a little cheaper, I feel like. So, I just dab it in and go to town. So, there's one that's outlined, and the other is not touched. See the difference even now? Okay, cool. Then you just go in and kind of blend this all together. The difference. Yeah, a lot. Okay, once again, sisters, not twins. If you don't make them perfect, do it. Do you. Whatever. It's a liquid liner. I guess it's from the Balm. The liquid. Alright, so now we're done with the face, with the eyes. We're going to use a setting powder. So I actually use the same kind of powder that my foundation basically is. So they work in combination together. This is the Revlon Color Stay Pressed Powder. My foundation was the Revlon Color Stay Foundation. So this is just a translucent powder. I believe this is like number 0. I don't know. It's translucent. There's no color to it. I use Aveda's Kabuki brush. This is one of my favorite brushes in the entire world. It's soft. The bristles are pretty compact, so you still get that real matte look to you. I do put a little on top of my eyebrows too, just to kind of set it. Alright, so that's done. Oh, natural curls, girl. Okay. Whew. Anyway. As far as mascara, I don't know. Use whatever you want. I honestly just buy cheap stuff too. Now, blush, bronzers, what do we use? So, what I like to do, now, like I said, I don't like to use a lot of shiny nonsense on my face because it looks great at first, and it looks great in the sun at first, but over time your face gets shiny anyway, or at least mine does because I'm so oily, that over time it gets shiny anyway, and it just looks like a hot mess if you do too much of shine on it. From Too Faced, it is it's a matte bronzer. So Too Faced matte bronzer. It has no shine to it whatsoever. It's great. I just use, again, an Aveda brush, just kind of a blush brush, I guess. Kind of dip it in. Put some on. And I start off small with this because if you do too much, you're gonna look like you've done too much. I have an awesome highlighter that is actually, I think it's from MAC. Oh no, this is from Victoria's Secret. This is how stupid this is. It's actually a loose, like, eyeshadow. Okay? You just take a little tiny bit on the end. Oh, girl, it's so pretty. So I just put it at the top. Right here. Okay. You probably can't see that on camera though. I just think it's really pretty with these lights. Maybe you can, maybe not. Cool. So there's an everyday face full of makeup. Chapstick. Veda's Lip Saver, the best chapstick ever. Oh, that's that. Now just to mess with this heap of hair that I have on my head.
Denim jean jacket, pink chucks, and a miniskirt. Your bad habit, throw me up against the wall first. I take advantage of you, you take advantage of me. Drink up this bottle and yeah, paint your body on me. Put your graffiti on me. Put your graffiti on me. Put your graffiti on me.
Tag me. Tag me.